Hello students, today we are going to discuss about safety program and its benefits, how safety programs ensure safety at workplace and how industry get benefits from it. Safety and health programs are an effective way to reduce work-related injuries, illness, improve morale and productivity, reduce workers' compensation cost. Not only accidents in construction are dangerous, but they can also be a significant impact on a company's finance and reputation. Workplace accidents can lead to increased insurance premium, fines, legal fees, and overall loss of productivity. To avoid accident at work site, workers should know that unsafe practices put not only themselves in danger but those around them. Make sure safety rules are clearly defined and explained to everyone on the site, and that consequences for failing to follow the rules will be strictly enforced. To ensure safety at workplace, safety programs play a very important role. Now let's see cost of accident. How accident costs. Direct cost of treatment of injured person, cost of physician and hospital, cost of medicines, cost of medical equipments. Indirect costs, the schedule delays, lower morale, increased absenteeism, poor customer relation and retraining cost. Benefits of safety and health program. Safety and health program benefits may include improvement in production process and service qualities, better moral values, improved recruitment and retention, more favorable image and reputation. The importance of a well designed safety management program is known by most, but unfortunately not implemented by all. An organization's ability to keep its employees safe depends on its ability to design, implement, and improve upon safety management processes and programs within their company. Companies prioritize employee health and safety to make it a shared responsibility of all. These companies to do so in a strategic way that enables them to effectively practice prevention while also equipping them to effectively handle any incident that may occur. According to the National Safety Council, an effective safety management program should first reduce the risk of workplace incident, injuries, fatalities through data driven measurement and improvement, involve people from different parts of organization to make safety a shared responsibility, be well organized and structured to ensure consistent growth and performance in the field of safety, be proactive, preventive and integrated into the culture of the entire organization. Now let's see the key components of a successful safety programs. First component we are going to discuss is formalized safety policies. The first step to safety success is to outline the organization safety policies. Organization's position on the importance of safety management and the general expectation from which employees so as to how to act in a certain situation. Safety policies should include critical operating information for employees to embrace and follow throughout their day-to-day work lives. These policies should include everything from general operating procedure such as what to do in the case of a fire, how often fire drills are practiced to detailed instruction for dealing with injuries if someone is hurt on the job or while in the building. Second, effective and regular communication about safety and health. Having safety policies that are frequently communicated to accessible to everyone is very important. If you formulate policy only and you are not communicating it to employee, that will not going to work. It is critical that organization discuss the safety policies with employees and managers to ensure understanding and adaptation of policies. It is also a good idea to remind employee often that safety takes priority over productivity. This message can sometimes get lost with the daily pressure of meeting order commitment etc. Employees sometimes feel that they get mixed message. So be sure to remind employees of the priority of safety at workplace. Focused, consistent messaging about safety and health can create loyal, productive, and accountable employees who feel respected and valued by the company. Regular ongoing communication educates employees, helps to how the values of the company, and it helps to reinforce the right behaviors among the employees. Make sure that employees feel a strong personal connection to their own safety and the safety of others. Shared accountability and the benefits of this mutual caring of employees will be recognized instantly. You will have to see that employees embrace safety policies rather than avoid them. As a result, you will find a reduction in the frequency and severity of incident and near miss cases, improving overall effectiveness of your safety management program. Third component is support for behavior based safety. The safest company in the world recognize the importance of creating habits around safety. That's why many of them focus on behavior based safety, a safety methodology that focus on improving safety about through habit creation. Unsafe behavior is naturally habitual for most employees and they are unaware of it. Oftentimes, an activity has been done the wrong way for so long that employees aren't even conscious about the incorrect behavior in many cases. Companies can treat good behavior by forming positive habits while breaking old ones. That's where the concept of habit change becomes into play. According to behavioral expert, it takes 66 days on average to develop a new habits. That means that organization must dedicate themselves to continuous improvement in order to achieve optimal safety results. In order to create habit change, clear uses a framework called 3 R's in habit change. First is reminder, the trigger that initiates the behavior. Second is routine, that is the behavior itself, the action you takes. And third R is reward, the benefit you gain through doing the right behavior. By using 3R habit change method, one can develop new habits. In your personal life, you might use a fitness tracker, set an alarm or leave notes even in your bathroom mirror to remind yourself of things to help to create healthy habits. You can use these same principles with your employees in the workplace too. Perform and record regularly near misses, behavioral based observation, unsafe act, unsafe conditions, and on spot check and spot correction too. Fourth component is utilization of both leading and lagging indicators. Organization with outstanding safety records develop a systematic method to measure that's going on throughout their entire safety operation. It enables them to quickly and easily understand why something went wrong if it ever does. However, most organizations are far from this type of systematic reporting capability. Many organizations primarily utilizing lagging indicators, a measure of what's happened to the past such as lost work days, workers' compensation cost or injury frequency. As safety leaders know, these reactive metrics do very little for future prevention of accident and injuries. The ability to quickly and precisely identify high risk situation is something that should be on every safety leader's checklist for safety performance. Leading indicators can provide insights so that the organization can predict what could happen and taken action to avoid accident from recurring. Leading indicators include measures such as frequency of safety training, numbers of and results of safety audits and inspections, as well as the behavioral reflecting operations including mean time of completion of correctness action, employee employment in proactive activities, and even leadership involvement. Through gaining insight into leading and lagging indicators, organizations can gain a complete picture of all safety programs activities with the ultimate goal of preventing accident before they even ever happen. Fifth component is cutting edge tools and system. Companies with low injury rates equip their employees for success, and they do so through more than just process and safety management programs. They leverage cutting edge tools and systems to keep their employees prepared and ready to handle whatever they need to. The most impactful safety management program is one that equips any employee to quickly access the information they need and report an issue. Whether that information is as SDS sheet, a training record, or the result of a safety audit. Companies are now leveraging mobile safety management solutions to improve the timeliness of response and communications. Just like companies provide their employees with PPE, the best safety leaders recognize the importance of mobile safety software to improve their overall safety management program. This is becoming even more important as younger workers who grew up with a digital native look for employers that accommodate working in the way that are natural and preferred for them. They, they can't imagine having to fill out a paper form, fax it to someone, keep the copy of their file, etc. They expect employee to use tools that may use in their daily life to ease their adoption of organizational operations. Sixth component is frequently safety training and discussion. The safety companies in the world recognize that importance of continuous education of their employee and they prioritize it. According to OSHA, safety training provides managers, employees, and supervisors with knowledge of proper practice to do their job safely, awareness of how to eliminate hazards to reduce risk, specializations when their specific roles requires unique preparation. These three components are critical to reducing incident frequencies while improving overall safety. One issue that employers face when looking to implement frequently training is that training session can be long and boring. Seventh component we are going to discuss is empowered and motivated employees. Empowering employees through your approach to safety program management can result in tremendous outcome for your organization. However, many organizations struggles to achieve the proper level of employees engagement. According to industry experts, the biggest problem with most safety management programs is that they focus on preventing injuries by highlighting how bad things can get, scaring employees straight. While that's somewhat effective, it does very little to motivate employees to perform better. This results is in a fear-based culture rather than one based on success, thus reducing employee morale. A successful safety management programs and plans consistently promote proper safety through continuous education, consistent enforcement, and ongoing improvement. One who is interested in some idea to improve engagement and empowerment can try highlights or safety persons of the month. Eighth key component we are going to discuss is comfort with reporting issues related to safety. Employees should feel interested and obliged to report a hazard or potential issues when they see it. When everyone feels a sense of responsibilities for carrying out safety policies and procedure, the entire organization will improve its safety. Now we will discuss 5 elements of an effective safety programs. The goal of a safety program is to protect your worker from actual hazard and from any potential significant risk and establish compliances with its statutory requirement. Creating an effective safety program for your company requires 5 key elements. Management commitment to safety, it is very essential and safety program needs to be an integral part of company's management system. Commitment to safety is demonstrated by the following factors: a clearly established policy for worker safety and health protection that is communicated to all employees. Supervisors are held accountable for safety and health as a part of their job. Your company commitments adequate resource to workplace safety and health, including staff training and equipment. Management sets the example of safe and healthful environment and behavior. A hazard assessment process should be there to assess hazards and risk at workplace. Hazard assessment process can help company to avoid control and control risk. Safety programs should include an annual comprehensive safety and health program audit and regular reviews by people qualified to recognize existing hazards and potential and significant risk. This can be done by in-house staff or by a third-party safety professionals. A reliable procedures that allows employees to report possible hazardous conditions without fear of reprisal and or receive appropriate and timely response. Ongoing monitoring system and maintenance of equipment to prevent it from becoming hazardous. promote investigations of accident, near miss cases, and incident of injury and illness to identify cause and corrective action. Safety rules and work procedures. Safety programs should include safety plans, rules, and work procedure for specific operation of company. The rules should be thoroughly understood by supervisor and employees. The rules should include enforcement procedures such as disciplinary action or reorientation that are universally recognized and applied. The plan should establish procedure for response to emergencies requirement, personal protective equipment, first aid, medical care, and emergency evacuation with emergency telephone number and exit routes visible to all employees, and provide training and drills as needed. Safety training, another key component. Companies' training programs should ensure that supervisor understand the hazard associated with the job, their potential effect on their worker, their roles in ensuring that employees follow the rules, procedure, and workplace practices for controlling exposure to hazard. It should also make sure that employees understand hazards and safe work procedures, and lastly, the personal protective equipment is required. Employee understand the requirement and the reason for it, the limitation of an equipment and how to maintain and use it properly. Safety performance tracking and improvement. The best safety programs include record keeping and tracking of key leading safety indicators to measure and continuously improve their safety performance. After discussing 5 elements, now we focus on ideas how to promote safety in workplace. Over exaggeration and falls top of the list of work related injuries. Over exaggeration is caused by pushing, pulling, lifting, carrying, holding and throwing object. These injuries cost business billions of dollars a year. Employers ultimately pay for all these injuries with lost profit and productivity. Without appropriate safety plans in place, business can end up with significant costs that can impact employee health, productivity, and revenue. The following are 12 tips and ideas on how to improve safety in the workplace. First, create a workplace culture of safety. As was discussed earlier, creating a culture of workplace safety will demonstrate how seriously your organization regards safety at work. Comprehensive through training is required to prevent injuries in the workplace. Make sure that all employees complete required safety programs for their positions. Second idea is allow easy access of safety informations. Set up a separate intranet portals on your company's website where all your safety information is available for employees. This is where they will find information such as protocol manuals, safety training, tools, videos, investigations results, and progress reports. Making this kind of information and media available to employees keeps them invested in your safety culture. Third idea is to ensure success of safety programs is reward safe behavior. Behavior are a great way to encourage employees to follow safety guideline. Rewards keeping your staff interested in the safety culture, which has a positive effect on lowering work related injuries. Fourth idea, be mindful of what you reward. This is the flip side of the last tip. When you are rewarding workers for every single thing they do to complete a job by or before a schedule, you were unknowingly promoting a mentality or that possibly compromises safety guideline to increase the rate of production. Just make sure to let your employees know it is a better to be a safer instead of worrying about numbers and escaping safety rules. Fifth idea, work with occupational therapists and clinicians. This specialist will give you incredibly through observation of work related injury prevention. Occupational clinicians will help your company avoid workplace injuries by visiting your facilities and completing a comprehensive assessment to identify spot where there may be a higher risk for employee accident. Occupational and physical therapists will be able to help elevate office and work area ergonomics. They also make assessment regarding physical performance of to assist your organization potential employees for really demanding physical jobs. Sixth idea is about use signage and labels. Signs and labels are an inexpensive and useful tool for a quick, conscious way to convey vital information, usually simple with pictures and diagrams. Signs and labels can inform procedure and warn of hazards. Keep it clean is the seventh idea. A cluttered and dirty workplace may lead to avoidable accident. Be sure that boxes are safely stacked away from walkway. If there are spills, ensure that they are promptly cleaned regularly. Inspect areas for potential dangerous items such as tangled electronic cord or other cables, disorganized implement and tools and messy wet floor. Use of right tools and equipments. Be sure that all employees have the correct tools they need to do their work. Also ensure that all proper tools receive scheduled equipment evaluations and are inspected. Ensure that all the proper tools receive scheduled equipment evaluations and are inspected, serviced and cleaned on a regular basis. Malfunction of equipment is one of the most hazardous workplace issues. Ninth idea that ensure the safety at workplace is promote stretching breaks. That means the kinds of breaks help by improving work related ergonomics and the health of your employees. Spending as little as 5 minutes to stretch your body can loosen your joints, get the blood flowing and reduce the risk of repetitive motion injuries. This can apply to anyone from IT specialist to assembly line worker. 10th idea is about use safety guidelines from the beginning. Safety first is the in the workplace begins on the first day someone and starts his or her job with your company. Hire qualified, conscious employees including manager who will follow safety protocols, bring people on board who are competent enough to do their job according to the established guideline. Keep channels of the communication open. This will help you to promote and success the safety programs in your company. Your employees should be able to comfortably address safety and health concern. You might have missed any means. They should feel like there is a way for them to resolve issues with you without any hindrance by emails, a suggestions box, or a dropping by your office if possible. Some employees may even suggest safety improvement ideas or creative workplace safety tips that are new and interesting. Holding regular scheduled meeting on safety in the workplace. Regularly scheduled meeting to talk about injury prevention, go on safety protocols are the key for the successful implementation of safety programs. Toolbox talks and safety talks is the more important part, should be important part of safety meetings at workplace. Now we summarize the session. Also encourages employers to create a proactive approach for finding and fixing hazard in the workplace, an effective safety and health program, increased worker involvement, management commitment, and allows employers to better manage their resource, personnel, and environment. By the successful implementation of safety and health programs, company can be benefited through production, process, service, better morale, improved recruitment, retention, and most favorable image and reputation in industries. Thank you.